Alright, we're looking up the road, across the power line, and then we're going to head down into the woods. Alright, about 50 yards in off the road, you can kind of see the old roadbed that goes up that direction. And the property is not super steep. You can see the younger timber, a good flat area, about 50 yards or so off the road. You can see the road heads on out this direction too. Alright, we've descended about halfway down from Raritan Hazelbaker Road, and you can see these are the road beds that we're talking about. I'm going to spin around here. You can see how this one continues on around the hill. And this is part of where the steep part begins. This is kind of down in the corner. If you can see the ice down in there, that's coming off the draw. It'd be that northern part of the property line. And there's a big kind of a flat down here that's gonna meet up with the, I'll get more photos later, but it's about the corner of the property line. It goes down in there and there are boulders and things strewn about. Now we've popped back out on a path, another path that's going around the property. You see over here where the road was kind of cut in, and it's going to go uphill that direction. Oh, I zoomed in too much. You can see the road going up that direction. You can kind of see how steep the property is. And then we're headed downhill. This is one of those areas where you couldn't really even walk straight up this little section here, but you can kind of see where all the stone was taken out years and years ago out of this little hole. And once we get on over, there's going to be a road that kind of runs along the bottom, or a path. Here's a neat little cutout. Hear that squirrel behind me. So we kind of got a big flat area, but you see when you move uphill, see the big boulder. It's really steep on the upper part. So we're on the path that runs along the top of the kind of gorge-like feature that's a result of the spoil pile, I assume, from the logging and other operations. But you can see down at the bottom there's the ice covered stream. Kind of runs all the way down through, runs along the bottom. That property line runs kind of back and forth, meandering around that stream, kind of on, sometimes it's on this property and sometimes it's on the neighbors. But that's the steep area. I mean, it's really pretty down there, and there's ways you can get down the hill from the upper part, but it's a long way down. And this is that main kind of road. Once you get down here, it's pretty easy walking all along the top of this gorge-like area. stones. There's another view down. Way over the hill to the bottom. It's a long way. I had my camera set funny. You can see a stream way at the bottom. It's almost like a gorge. It's really steep. See the mossy areas. Pop back out on this road. So we just came from back that direction. There's several small little pools like this. They're in here because the road is up on the upper part and they kind of cut off the water. Doesn't stick around long. Put a pool in there during the rain. And I don't know if you can see when you get up through here. Pretty steep. And the road just keeps going up this way. You see that big stream down there? And keep in mind the stream kind of goes back and forth, so it's not all on this property. Some of it's over here, some of it's over there, but you can see not real well. Straight through there, a grassy field. That field you can see on the aerial map as well. And up at the top, I don't know if you can tell, that's the site of the land company land. All those trees over there. Here's another beech tree. And I hadn't really noticed it that much before. But right in this area there are a couple little steps. You hear cars out on 348. It steps down there, and then a little farther over it steps down again, and then it's going to go all the way down into where the creek's at. Warts and all, there's the third tire that I've seen on this bottom part. I don't know if this will do us justice or not, but we're sitting at the top of the bank looking down over the property. It's really steep, but there's some mountain laurels hanging on the side here. When you look over there, you can see we're going to head up this little stream, but it's a really steep, say it again. This is the stream that's coming down off of the road. road. And it's running all the way down into the bottom. The other thing that we're going to see once we're down on this end of the property is a lot more oak. You can see these are not as big as the poplar trees because they're growing slower, but there's a lot of red oak and white oak down in here. There's a couple white oak trees right there. Red oaks all hanging on the side of the hill here. So the regeneration is a little different once we get to this portion of the property. See, road headed out that direction. Another old path headed down there, and that one heads straight up the hill. We're near the other property line, probably would be the south end. You can see the deer are as lazy as we are. They like to stay right along the paths that kind of circle around the property. I don't know if you can see way down in there, the roof. That's Gary Ray Brown's sawmill farm out across through there. We're headed up there. Now we're just above that little waterfall, and you can see there's a little path that kind of runs up the hill there. There's another path that crosses right there, kind of runs up the hill. And today, I think we're going to take a little path this direction, see what we can find. See a little scrape there. Not huge, but they're working in here. There's almost looks like a power line cut. Goes all the way to the bottom of the hill. And all the way up. That's Red and Hazelbaker Road up there.